really have to challenge him at that range.
That's a 2 from Cole. Anderson kicks to Jack. Pass to Young. Young, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jack. Tries again, and it's Lopez laying it in. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Smith with a screen on Johnson. And Wesley Johnson with the slam.
That's a solidly executed pick play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set and did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
And Brooklyn has possession after the Clippers pick up 2. Kept alive. Here's Young. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
They're taking so many shots down there, and they're knocking him down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today, pound that thing inside.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Now the timeout called by Brooklyn.
He has to be concerned with all the missed shots. I mean, it happens to every team, but you have to find a way to keep being productive even when you go through a shooting drought.
He might be trying to tell them to get to the free throw line. You know, all teams go cold at points during the game, but the good teams still find ways to score.
And the Clippers making it. Jack with it. He's got 6. Dishes to Anderson. Ball's not loose and stolen by Miller. Goes up.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
Anderson against Miller. It's Anderson with the drive. Here's Jack. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
And they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
So, for the Clippers, Crawford comes in for Miller, and Lance Stevenson subbed in for Paul. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Brooklyn. Williams comes in for Jarrett Jack. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, there is no question that Chris Paul has been the leader wherever he's gone. He demands a lot from his teammates, but they respect his passion. Paul has no time for anyone who feels they don't need to work. He doesn't like guys who take things for granted. Certainly not someone to rest on his laurels, gentlemen.
Holding everyone accountable, Doris. Thanks. Poked away and taken away by Johnson. And here we go. Here's Griffin. Another miss by Griffin.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely, I think he should have converted that one.
7-second difference, shot in game clock. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan comes in for Young. And Mirza Teletovic subbed in for Johnson. We've got 22 seconds left here in the second. Plumlee with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. And the dunk by Jordan.
But don't get too used to that, fellas. I mean, that kind of dunk is not usually part of what he does.
Well, unless the D plays as soft on him as they did right there.
Yeah, exactly. With defense like that, anything is possible.
And it's blocked by Stevenson. And
Thank you, Kev.
as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Just an amazing game for Miller. He's got 21 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Got Johnson. Williams is out there with Allen Anderson. And it's Young. And it's Lopez. And at the center, locking down the middle.
Well, he's clearly feeling it coming off that fantastic game last time out. Well, Griffin, a former dunk contest champion, but make no mistake, Blake is a game dunker, always among the league leaders. And his size with that strength, the way he gets off the floor is just unbelievable.
Clippers leading by 18. Left side, Miller. He kicks it to Paul. From deep, Johnson. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight. Here's Williams, averaging 14 points a game. Kicks to Anderson. It's Williams with the drive, and it's blocked by Jordan. Oh, and there's the takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Williams kicks to Johnson, and he gets it to go. Johnson's got 8 points.
It's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, caught angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
Johnson outside. Lopez, a screen on Johnson. Johnson goes in, and the call goes against Wesley Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
You know, an interesting study came out recently that argued that steals are really undervalued, not just because they create high percentage scoring opportunities at the other end, but also there just aren't that many players who really excel in that area.
You talk about steals, one of the harder stats to replace. Some players just have the knack.
Yeah, you know, when you replace a guy who can take the ball away from opponents, a great stealer, I mean, it's hard to replace that in the lineup. Steals require a special knack, quickness, anticipation. You know, guys that do a good job of ball hawking can really get into an opposing player's head, too.
Williams can't hit.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
And it's Miller with the jam.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
It's Williams with the drive. Johnson with the block. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Shot off the pick. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Well, there you go. If you're going to continue to give up open jump shots, you're not going to get back into this game.
Williams kicks to Johnson. Back to Williams. Over to the left wing. Anderson dishes to Johnson. Lock at 6. And again, it's the Nets missing.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Paul goes in. Johnson outside. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And that's now 10 points for Johnson.
Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
Jarrett Jack has checked in for Anderson. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Off the run, no good. Good D by Miller. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Ball outside. Jordan inside, defended by Jack. The shot by Jordan, no good.
Well, this last season was the Clippers' 30th in Los Angeles, and for a team that's long played in the Lakers' shadow, for the second season in a row, the Clippers were the best team in LA.
6 to shoot. And it's Johnson penetrating. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And for the Clippers, in their 30 years in L.A., folks, only 6 times have they finished the regular season with a better winning percentage than the Lakers. Man, it's been domination by the Lakers out there in L.A. land. So Clipper fans are hoping that this is a sign of things to come going forward for their team, the Clippers.
And the Nets making a change here. Plumlee's checked in, and that one's good. Griffin.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Young, a screen on Paul. And Jack kicks to Johnson. Good, and Jack gets the assist. And 12 points for Joe Johnson. And guys, for the Clippers, acquiring coach Doc Rivers from the Celtics in exchange for a draft pick. In Boston, he'd been the second longest tenured coach in the league after Greg Popovich.
You know, but rather than rebuild, I think he wanted to go for another ring in L.A. He's got a lot of authority, final say on personnel decisions. So Doc has really put his stamp on this team.
Jack's shot is good.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
The shot's good from Griffin.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
LA's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Paul, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
Boy, they are as hot as can be from mid-range. They're getting run off that three-point line, but they're taking advantage and knocking down those middle-range shots.
Steve, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on pull-up jumpers.
Griffin goes in, rebounded by the Nets. Johnson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Coach Lionel Hollis helped define the Grizzlies' grit and grind style and was asked if he'd replicate it with the Nets. He said, quote, "We're going to be aggressive and tough. We'll play together and never quit. But how our style will be is up to the group. The key is creating a system that fits them and allows them to excel." Kevin, back to you.
As a coach, you've got to adopt your talent, Doris. Thanks. Jack's shot is good.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Griffin with it. And Young picks him up defensively. And the shot is good.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
Williams kicks to Plumlee. It's blocked. Johnson against Miller. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
Yeah, but you look down at the other end of the court, the same has not held true.
For the Clippers, Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Jordan. And Stevenson comes in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Crawford in for Paul. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Mirza Teletovic subbed in for Johnson. Pierce is checked in for the Clippers. And Jack, here we go, drops it in from 14 feet away. Jack's got 12.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Crawford outside. That one's good.
They are killing him with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Here's Teletovic. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this LA has gone 7 of 9 on 3-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. Rivers out there with Lance Stevenson. And it's Pierce. Then there's Cole Aldrich. And it's Smith in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Jordan sets the pick for Brown.
Well, jersey advertising, an idea that had been bandied about for a long while. Last season, in lieu of that, the league tested out advertising on the court apron for the first time, as well as a small ad on the top of the backboards. So the league, of course, always looking for new revenue streams.
6 to shoot. Goes back up. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Feeds it.